Subphylum Actinopoda is considered as a very important subphylum in this domain of Protista, because बहुत ज़्यादा जो इसके representatives हैं, जो इसके members हैं, mostly they contain cysts and the shells of silicates or the carbonates, and they are playing an important role in sedimentary rock formation in oceans and seas. और इसके representatives जो हैं, they have been observed even in the very primitive fossil record which has been collected from the ocean beds. So these organisms, they are mostly marine, they are mostly spherical in shape, and they are planktons, which means they are floating in the water. Or locomotion jo hogi, that would be through the pseudopodia, and the type of pseudopodia which is observed among these members, it is exopodia, which is supported by the microtubules. Other members, radiolarians, are important because they contain the siliceous test, and they are the major group which is making the sedimentary rocks in oceans. There are about 3,000 species of actinopods which have been reported in this marine environment. So further हम subphylum Actinopoda को 3 superclasses जो है उसमें divide करते हैं. So the first superclass is for aminiferans, the second one is halozones, and the third one is radiolarian. So the first superclass, foraminiferan or foraminifera, the members are called as forms or foraminiferans. These organisms are marine group of amoebae, and they possess reticulopoda as their pseudopodia. They would produce a shell around their body, and this shell is made up of calcium carbonate. So if we look at this image, here we can see that this is the first part of the shell, which is made up of calcium carbonate. जैसे जैसे एनिमल जो है वो ग्रो करता चला जाता है, उसके साथ साथ उसका शेल जो है वो भी ग्रो करता जाता है. So they have this smaller patch or the smaller side, then animal would grow, और उसके साथ ही उसका shell या test जो है वो भी grow करता है. लेकिन older part जो होगा, that would remain attached to the newly built or the newly secreted part of the test. So this the larger side is that part जहाँ पर के animal currently मौजूद है in its larger size. So that's how there are different types or different shapes of shells which have been observed in among these foraminiferans. और ये जो shells की types हैं, because they are calcium carbonate, again के ये ocean bed की formation में एक role play करते हैं, because once they are dead, they are settled at the bottom of the sea. और they are extremely beautiful, एक crystal lattice type की जो है वो यहाँ पे structures की formation होती है. Later, so the foraminiferan tests, they are abundant in the fossil record since the Cambrian period. So the Cambrian period is the very important period जिसके बाद mostly जो है वो diversity of life has been observed through this process of evolution. And again, they are making up the larger part of marine sediments, especially in the formation of limestone and chalkstone rocks, which contain most of the fossils preserved inside them. So let's watch this video to understand the role of foraminiferans in this sediment formation. The next class of this subphylum Actinopoda is halozones. Halozones are aquatic amoebae, and they are either they are floating in a planktonic form, या ये अपने pseudopodia और किसी भी extension, cytoplasmic extension की help से ये किसी substrate के साथ खुद को attach कर लेते हैं, which works like a stalk. So they could be naked without any shell, or there are representatives which might have the shells or tests, or these tests or the shells, they would have openings for exopodia. Radiolarian is the third superclass of this subphylum. These organisms, they are planktonic and they are present in marine environment and freshwater environment. Mostly radiolarians are larger in size as compared to others, और ये colonies जो है उनकी form के अंदर जो है वो भी appear हो सकते हैं. So they might be solitary or they might be in the form of a colony. Or the colonies of the radiolarians, it could be several centimeter in its diameter. So mostly the shells की जो structural arrangement है, that is again is beautiful, it's very geometrical in radiolarians, or mostly the shells, they are made up of silicates. They are long, or they could contain the movable spines, and they might have needles, or they are beautifully sculptured, or they made ornamental lattice. So if these shells, they are collected, they are presented as, or they are collected as the ornaments or the decoration purposes as well. After the death of these radiolarians, ये अपने shell समेत उस ocean की और sea की bottom जो होगी या किसी भी जो fresh water body है उसकी bottom पर settle हो जाते हैं. And that's how they make the sedimentary rocks of silicates. And very primitive fossil record, it has been collected from these sediments of radiolarians from the seabed or from the freshwater bodies.